Hey guys, real short video. Questions about the Modlite that people had asked me. One was about the switches and which ones I prefer. So the switches, of course, come off of these a lot like the Surefires do, where you can just pull these off. The Modlite, the PL350, ships with an additional pair of these ARC switches from Phlster. There's a sort of flat, just flat version, and then a version that has got little ridges, a little bit of texture to it there. Not sure if you can see that. So the switches that come pre-installed are this one right here, which is sort of the shorter size of the arc switches, with again with the texturing, with the grooves in it there. For me, I like that because it doesn't quite extend into the trigger guard, so it's not at all in the way. Whereas if I had the longer one, it sticks out quite a bit further over to the back there. And I just found that to be a little cumbersome to get my finger around it, either over it or underneath it, in order to get my finger into the trigger without, curling up and doing this kind of a thing. It's a little more natural kind of slide there. On the weak hand side, support hand side, if you will, I opted for the longer version. And the reason I did this was just to give me, since I'm using my thumb, which is, I think for me, just a little bit less dexterous, maybe, just a little bit larger space that I can rest my thumb on with my support hand, so that as I'm shooting with it, I can switch it pretty easily. And actually, even there, I can just bring it back up however I want to do it this way. If I do happen to just push it down, also with my shooting hand, I can just go ahead and push it back down from that side. It's not so short that I can't get a good positive engagement on it for working it whichever way I need to do. So the other question that I had was about flickering. And if you've been following the PL350 on the internet, the talk about it, the various different forums and nations and whatever, talking about the issue of these lights having some flicker while they're being used, whether it's during shooting or I hear even just during dry fire. I think I'm not 100% sure on this, so I think that what the issue is that the switches have a little bit of play when they're locked into place in the on position, and that allows the light to sort of bounce a little bit, the switch to move just slightly in order to kind of cause it to flicker or shut off for a second. Now, what I had heard was that some folks were having an issue even during dry fire, so I've been trying that out. One of the things I thought I'd try out, since I can't, just shoot here in the house, is to just try it with the recoil of the slide closing. So just to confirm real quick that it's empty and clear. So what I've been doing is just put the light on and then close the slide to see if I can notice any flicker. So let me know if you guys see anything here. And I don't know how much of that's flicker and how much of it is just me bouncing, because the got a little bit of weight mass and it moves while I'm pushing the button. So I got a really good tight grip on this. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it. Now, that's not to say that it isn't an issue, because obviously enough people have reported that it's an issue that it must exist. Like I said, what I think may be happening is that when the switches are in the on position here, they are a little bit loose. And so as you can see, I don't have to move it that far to get the light to shut off again before it actually clicks into place. And you should be able to hear that click there as it does completely lock into the off position. So I could see, if it's shooting or dry fire or whatever, again, during dry fire, unloaded clear, I'm going to dry fire this. Let's see if it... Alright, I didn't see any flicker there. Again, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, because obviously enough people have reported it that it clearly does. But what I think is happening is maybe people are just sort of jiggling this switch just a little bit, just enough to get it to switch off. And I can definitely see how that could be annoying. For me, people complained about the Modlite not having a momentary feature, the way that the like the Surefire does. With the Surefire, you just push in on the back of the light, the switch there to get it to go momentary. For me, I don't know, maybe that's what the Modlite's going for, is this is on, I can put it into that position, and it doesn't take much. I can use my thumb to just rotate it just a little bit, sort of a momentary. I can use on my trigger side, again, just a little bit of movement there, and I don't have to take my finger off of it. I can just rotate it a little bit. So I think that's what the flickering is. Someone will probably correct me because I'm wrong about things a lot. But for me, that's what I'm going with. If that's an issue for you, it's something to consider. If not, don't worry about it. Okay, bye.